How are you guys? Welcome back to Wargaming China. And here we are on the Dingyuan Fengyang line. And quick AAR. So as I said, I planned an 8-turn game. And although I wasn't able to give myself, I couldn't imagine, sometimes I wasn't creative enough to give myself to design some surprises into this game for this one. So it was a straight push up the road. The 31st Army did okay. I had a 75mm gun in here, the field gun, and that took care of 2 combat cars. As the Japanese armor broke through the first line of barbed wire, it entered a minefield and was destroyed. The Japanese were supposed to have. Well, here we are. Cockatoo just flew in and then decided no. As I said, the Japanese pushed up the road. The Chinese, although they couldn't use these bunkers for defensive positions, I put 2 companies in them as shelter and had them occupy the positions around there. Now the Japanese, as I said, would have had air superiority for the entire duration of this fight, of this battle, but I only rolled for them to arrive on a D5, so they arrived on turn 5, and a medium bomber, and it dropped its cargo to devastating effect on these positions here in the center, and Chinese morale completely collapsed by turn 7, by beginning of Chinese turn 7. So the Japanese are up the road. As I said last time, this position had fallen by the 2nd of February. And it's not hard to see why. As I said, I will never understand how the Guangxi Provincial Army did slow down the Japanese for these past 4 or 5 weeks, but they certainly did. They did it without suicide tactics. They did it with a lot less. Well, I diced for how many rifles each company didn't have. Because that would certainly reflect the Guangxi Army not having rifles for every man, very poorly armed, and I think I replicated the battle pretty good. I did enjoy it, and because the Chinese morale has collapsed, which indeed they had withdrawn, or the Japanese had broken this position, and were on the banks of the River Huai by the 2nd of February, and that's where the next game will be, because the 31st Army Group will now retreat to the west, and the 51st Armored Group, the no-fight army, is my cockatoo mate's back. So the no-fight army will be taking over the defence line along the Huai River, and it will just depend, as I said, on Lizongren's men, badly armed, badly equipped warlord forces delaying the Japanese, and the 51st Army, they're going to do it very tough. But that's the next game. That's why this is not much of a battle report, because it's raining, so the sound quality is probably pathetic. Well, don't worry about that. If you've got any complaints, just let me know and I'll give you a refund. So now I'm going to pack this up and set up the table for Bengbu. Alright, see ya.